Did you become a DJ in Australia?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been playing before a little bit, and like had been like dipping my toe in the water and like paying a lot more attention than people think. I thought I felt like a lot of people were like, this came from nowhere, but like really I was like paying a lot of attention, like learning on my own and like kind of in secret, and like knew it was something I wanted to pursue. But when all of your friends are like professionals and like really experienced, it's like hard to come up in that, you know, like anything, like it's just hard. You like, even though the pressure that you put that is on you is like coming from you, but also just like intimidating and scary. You don't want to mess up and like you don't want to be a newbie so all of a sudden like I went abroad and I had this collection of really, really awesome house music that I loved and like knew that I wanted to hear, and my friends' music, and like really like California is really ahead in a lot of music and especially house music, and so I had access to all this. And like when I got to the Gold Coast specifically, I was like, this music is shit. Like this house music is so bad, and all I want to do, I'm not going to spend 6 months here listening to shit music. I was like, I want to play. So I like went and talked to this like club manager at this bar called Duke's Parlor, and I was like, this is my first night there. Like I got there on a Wednesday and we went out that night, and I like talked to this manager and I was like, yo, can I play this club? And he's like, yeah, next Wednesday. So come next Wednesday.
What was that conversation like? Like you didn't just walk up
No, and
I
was like, hey, I'm a DJ. I said with full confidence, I said, hey, I'm a DJ. Can I play this club next week? And he said, absolutely. Like we just had a little bit of a conversation, and it was like, I said I was from California, and I think there's just like people are like jump on the option to give like a California girl he knew that I went to like Bond University and would bring a bunch of people in, so he let me. And that Wednesday I had like 80 people on my guest list, and it was super, super fun. And I didn't do well in my opinion, but everybody was like super stoked on the music that I was playing. But it was like popular club music, and I still didn't want to play that music. And it was funny because I got off stage and I went to go get a margarita from the bar after that. And this guy comes up to me and taps me on the shoulder. His name's Tim, and he goes, that's not the music you play, is it? And I go, no. He's like, what do you play? And I was like, house and techno, usually, and like, that's my heart. And he's like, you should totally come play at my bar on Saturday. Like, come visit my bar that I'm a bartender at on Saturday. And I was like, okay. So we walked in, it was around the corner from where I lived, and it was called Soho Place. And I went with my friends, and it just so happened that the artist playing that night, it was a collective called Days, and the leader of it was from California, had been living in Australia for 3 years. And we just like hit it off because I was from California, and we both played the same underground house and techno music, and like it was this grimy dark bar with this big red door that you walked into, and it was like the type where they just like overpour your drinks and just like grunge and so fun. And he's like, yo, you should bring this is Saturday, he's like, yo, you should bring your USB on Monday. And I brought so this is like the third week I'd lived in Australia, and I started playing, and after that set, like he was like, every Monday and Friday I was playing at that bar, which opened up like so many more opportunities to play like for a lot of different people, a lot of different styles, and like work with different artists. So like my like career, you could say, or like just like went off in Australia, and then I came back and had all these skills, and so like I was able and the confidence to be able to like play in front of my friends who have been playing, were like professionals and been playing for so long. That's how it started, and then the rest is history. Been playing a lot here, which is super fun, and like given a lot of opportunities, and I'm just like thankful, and I love to do it. Like I just love it. I'm not like necessarily looking to make a long-term career out of it, or like go anywhere super special. But
you're doing this just because it's
my and I love
like,
playing for my friends.
Hobby.
Yeah, it's fun. It's so fun, and it's like something that you can get like a lot better at, and like there's no ceiling on improvement, which is super awesome too.
You love to party. You love having a great time.
Yeah.
You love raves.
Yeah, I love music.
Jump into that shit and start producing, and that's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you went to this, like, bar club thing in Australia, like your first one.
Grimy, yeah, Soho.
And then the music they were playing triggered you, and you're like, dude, I can't do this anymore.
That was Duke's Parlor, yeah.
And then you go talk to like the head dude, and then he says, yeah, sure, come play. After having like a conversation, him realizing you're a college student will probably bring other college kids in, like kind of verifying you just through conversation, and then you play at this place. Everybody has a great time. You go and get a margarita. Another dude comes up to you and says, "Hey, want to come play at my bar?" And then boom, that's just how things. That's probably eye-opening, dude. That was your heart was probably pumping.
I was like, but I think it just like proves to me like just like if you just put yourself out there and like do, even if it was like scary or like overwhelming, like things will fall into place, and like you're like, I just kind of meant to be. Like I didn't really do anything special. I just was like irked by the music and like wanted to do my own thing, and I like had no idea. I was like, before that first set, I was like calling my friends from home, like making sure I like knew how to beat match and everything, like this stuff. If I would listen to my sets now that I played like at the very beginning, I'd probably be like, but it's just, I don't think that's how it goes. You kind of like always improving. But yeah, it's just been like a whirlwind since then, I guess.
So you were playing like other people's music when you were like playing, because you didn't have like, you don't have
enough. Yeah, I'm like learning. I'm trying to learn production, and like it's a really like long process, and like finding your style exactly, and like what you want to do, and like where you want to go, and all the, there's so much to it, like seriously. But yeah, I was playing a lot of like music that not a lot of people knew, especially in Australia. And
like
so
low key ass shit. That
yeah, well, like my close friends here, like at that time I was playing like a lot of my friends' music in Australia, and obviously no one from Australia has heard of these artists from California, and so they were like, what the hell is this? But like it's pretty like popular in our friend group here. So when I came here, I was like, okay, I gotta change my style again and go even deeper into like what people don't know yet. And so that's when I got like super good at like searching SoundCloud and just finding stuff that like no one's ever heard of.
Because it literally has like 100 views.
Yeah, like super small artists that like just make the dumbest music, and I just play the like just stupid lyrics about who knows what, and just like funky and groovy and like easy to dance to, but high energy. I like my sets to be like really, really high energy and like not boring, I guess. And house music can get boring sometimes, so like that's kind of the goal, is to like make it as intriguing and different as possible, if that makes sense.
Yeah. How long does it take to create a song?